on Instagram, somebody put up a video. They was watching Price is Right. And they was like, you know how they be like, you just won the trip to the Maldives and Turks and Caicos.
Somebody won a trip to Detroit. You're lying.
They said, tell them what they won, Rod. They said, a trip to Detroit.
Where was you looking at?
Whoa, I said, not the 7-day, 6-night getaway to the city, dog.
All right, come on, let's get this crap.
Podcast of the D with Clay and the crew, it's like my CTV. They be giving game out so much, you could take the same route. Especially if you take risks, this YouTube, you make sense.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? You are listening to the CYPT podcast. It's the podcast of the strongest, fastest, most powerful print shop on this side of the Eastern Seaboard. It is definitely August. I'm Jess Niles.
It's your boy Boogie behind the camera.
I'm Clay, also known as Fearless
Leader. And today we have with us artist, songwriter, producer, all around creative good guy. My name Kaylen, my brother. How you doing, man?
What's the deal?
Your name Kaylen?
My name Kaylen.
Oh,
His name Kaylen. His name Kaylen. But me and Kaylen do have the same.
I mean,
birthday,
y'all name
though.
could be Kaylen. And no cap, we are July 21st locked in for life.
We do have the same birthday.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
There's been some wild birthdays.
No cap. I was talking to somebody about that backyard
The
party.
one we can't remember. Yeah, man, that was all bad.
Good times. Good times. Good times.
I've seen you progress, man, and I mean like for years. I wanted to let you know I'm really proud of you and what you've been doing lately. Like
Thank
for
you,
real.
Thank you.
I'm not your older brother, but as you know, someone who's been here for a while, definitely I've seen you progress, and it's just been great, man. We started. I knew you first at. We worked at a Jimmy John's. Store 245 on Wayne State,
5118 Anthony Wayne Drive. That's just embedded into my memory.
How long ago was that?
2013,
Jesus Christ,
14.
Yeah. It was
coming up on
back.
10 years. It's our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Of being freaky fast.
That's where I met Kaylen there, and then after that, Bees came back into town. Recipes Bees.
Peace, my boy.
And then turns out Bees and his older brother were friends, and then we had the store next door, and they just took off from there.
The dispensary.
The dispensary next door.
Yeah.
That was another wild. That was another wild time.
That was 2015.
That was another wild time. And this isn't when dispensaries were,
somewhere.
You know, had all the rules and regulations down like they did now. This is when everything was. It was like the gold rush.
It was a gray area. Yeah, it was get in.
Yeah, get in where you fit in.
Get in right now.
And you probably gonna get shut down a little bit.
Sure.
And then they would just make a new rule, and then you'd have to figure out how to cope with that rule.
For sure.
But it was just, we were just, young black guys just trying to figure it out. So we didn't have like the everything everyone else had.
Right.
Get ahead of it. I think that back when we were trying to do the dispensary, we had the ideas, we had the outreach, we had the community involvement. Like we would do different events and stuff like that. I think
so many events.
I think that what we were just lacking was the state's infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like now. Fast forward, 7-8 years later. Now it's there are incentives, and it's they want you to open up dispensaries, and yes, please, everybody come to Detroit and broaden this industry. But
because it's big now.
100%. They finally have seen what type of cake they can, you know what I'm saying, slice. Yeah, they could slice.
It's so saturated now, though, right?
It's crazy.
It's one on every corner.
Man.
Billboards up.
Dog.
Second you get off a plane,
Yeah.
you know that this is a green state.
I went to a liquor store like a week ago, and I saw like a little stack of flyers. It said Mr. Cushman. It was just like,
bro,
what are we doing?
No,
like, how
man.
did we get here?
Everyone, when a couple years ago, everyone was coming here getting business cards because they were just deciding to do a delivery service.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just out the
That's
blue.
That's what the little flyer said.
Bro, yeah, we did.
Text for
Yeah, we did a
delivery.
lot of packaging that year. It was
I heard Walmart about to start selling gummies now. Walmart.
CBD has got to be
No, I think. Don't give me
The
I don't
real
know,
ones.
the real ones.
Walmart.
It makes sense.
Ain't
If they
kids-
could sell,
don't
if they
kids-
could sell
You know
liquor
that-
at Walmart,
I mean,
they
they
could
sell
sell
liquor.
cigarettes at Walmart. Like
Are we there now?
it's only, I'm about to say, it's only a
only
matter of time before we do get
It
there.
was,
If
but I
they're
didn't
not,
know.
yeah.
I didn't know I made it to Walmart yet.
100%.
So was you in the music back then when you was at Jimmy John's, or was you just
I think Jimmy John's was like in a roundabout way the start of the music, because it was just like I was in school at Wayne State, and I was just figuring out myself. You know, I was trying to place where I was in life and find my footing. So I think that in that era of Jimmy John's, life was lifing, and I think I just kind of picked the pen back up. I started like writing for real. I was like 19, so yeah, about 2014.
Yeah, that's about
2014. I was rapping like back in elementary school, middle school,
Okay.
like, but it was like, you know, it was just like fourth grade type raps. You know what I'm
So-
saying? Like, it was cool. I think it was cool for what it was when it was, but I wasn't like this deep Pulitzer Prize winning fourth grade rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just making like parody songs. Like, we made a song called Yup and Dashiki. It was a play on Yup in my white tee, and
what grade was that?
fourth grade. I went to an African Center school. And our uniform was dashikis and like black pants. So I was just like, yup, and dashiki, but it was crazy because it kind of took off, and it went like it went places that I didn't think it would. Like, we got booked to play like African World Festival. We was performing at like all the African Center schools, like little ceremonies and Kwanzaa at the museum. So it was like, it turned into like a pretty big thing. But I kind of let it go. I got into other extracurriculars like middle school, high school, and I wasn't really penning. It was poetry. I was getting deep into my literature bag. I was learning myself as a writer. Like, kind of testing my boundaries and see what I was gonna do.
Man, you make me feel old.
Nah,
Yep, in my
man.
white tee, fourth grade. I remember we had the Yep in my white tee T-shirts.
Yeah, for sure.
Put them out there.
For sure.
Tall
That
tees.
was like,
Yeah,
that was
it's
like
tall
04.
tees.
Tall
We was
tees.
in the fourth grade.
That was like 04.
Wow.
Them franchise boys.
Man,
Yeah.
That was. You just had to be there.
Yeah.
who are some of the like idols that you looked up to as a youngster? Who's some of your favorites?
Musically, I would say who really kind of started off for me was Kanye West. Like, mind you, College Dropout came out in 04, and that's when I was 10. So, yep, come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yep.
How old are you?
I just turned 29.
29. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
So 04, College Dropout was huge for me. Being in Detroit, like, I think just subconsciously being around like the J Dilla movement and like the neo soul, Kanye kind of like, he did that, but then also, I don't know. I can't
Is
even,
that your style, like the J Dilla style? The
yeah.
Kanye West
I like to
style?
gravitate more towards the think piece rap. I'm not too big on like your street rap or like your club music. Like, I'm not that artist. I like to put a lot of thought into my lyrics. I like to give a message. So I think that
The flood was heavy.
Yeah, very.
And your writing,
Yeah.
your literature, and
Very.
that very conscious.
very heavy.
Flood. That.
Classic.
What was your name then? What was your artist name?
I was Culture back then.
It was Culture.
Hey,
It was Culture. I thought you was gonna do Culture for forever. Culture with a K. That's what he told everybody.
Culture with a K. That was my gimmick.
Nah, I thought that's when you had really started, and honestly, I feel like that's when a lot of people really saw like that drive in you. Your brother said it too. It was
a different time, bro. I will say that, like, I think that when I was Culture and when I started off like back in the 14, 15,
He got
That bro, I swear the fly
He gotta
always
die.
saying, bro. Like, he gotta go.
He like,
gotta
yeah, I'm about to mess with him in
He
the
gotta go.
podcast.
I'm trying to just ignore him.
What was the inspiration behind the flood?
That was I have to give a lot of credit to my homie Alva. Shout out Alva, wherever you at in the world, brother. He pushed a lot of that. He pushed a lot of that out of me, and I think that I was at a point in my artistry, and I would like, even though I was still kind of like just getting my feet wet. I think that it was at a point in my artistry when I was ready to kind of evolve or make a statement.
That's what we all could tell.
Yeah, make a statement. I wanted people to say like, oh, okay, he's different. Like this guy, like we're used to like one thing, and I'm not gonna say one thing. I won't say the city is shallow like that, but like for the majority, we were used to maybe like a specific sound or a certain sound of rap, and I wanted to kind of show a more diverse, vulnerable side of music from a Detroit artist. So that was probably a big piece of where the flood came from. Like I wrote a on track like 6, I think. It was like a Negro spiritual that went into like this trap record or whatever, but like, you know what I'm saying, people wasn't writing like to this day. I mean, you know, I still think that the flood did stuff. If I could go back and redo it all over again, I might smooth out some edges. You know what I'm saying? I might
Now
like,
that you have more experience.
Yeah. Like now that I've lifed a little bit more, like I can go back and say that. But even with it for what it was when I did it at the stage that I was in my career, like I think that I put a nice addition on Detroit rap.
You did
with the flood,
and I mean you were pounding the pavement too.
Yeah.
Every other weekend you were at a show,
Yeah.
and when I say make a statement, it was 100 degrees outside,
100%.
and this man was in a raincoat,
100%.
A whole raincoat doing this thing,
Sweating
every from
So
here
you
to
solo
Ann Arbor.
by yourself. You don't gig with nobody else.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, as far as like my music underneath my name or my brand, it's like is me. But like when I'm playing shows, I do have a band. There's a collective that I am trying to push forward called Joey's Chicken Shack. Shout out to Joey.
Shout out to Joy.
Shout out to the Chicken Shack. And that is a 2-man roster right now. Me and the homie Izzy Faye.
Shout out to Izzy.
Yeah, who moved out to Long Beach, my boy in California holding it down. We are more or less trying to shake the water together. But yeah, that's like my main like, you know, foundation. I have my extended family, the zoo, who is Camp.
You produce music for all of it?
I don't produce music for anybody for real. I produce, but the beats that I made or the songs that I've produced aren't really ready to see the light of day. I'm a perfectionist, bro, and I think that I'm my own worst critic. So, like, if it's not sounding exactly how I need it to sound, or if it's not like right there, it's just gonna stay in my computer. So that's where.
But you make your own music for yourself, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I also engineer. So I record, mix, master music for. I have clients, but I also record and mix in my own stuff. Over at Get Fresh Studio on the East Side.
Okay.
Yep. So shout out to the East Side.
What made you go from being a solo artist to eventually you had a band at one point? It was Culture and TBA.
Yep. TBA.
How did that happen?
Well, it really started. So shout out to the homie Bees. Me and my partner Aaron Beasley, we put together this like 10-track album in a matter of like.
Now that's somebody who will push you.
Yeah, for sure.
If he saw greatness in you,
For sure.
he'd absolutely force it out of you.
If Bees, I think that if Bees hadn't kind of taken the reins and the control that he did, I know I wouldn't be like who I am artistically today. Bees told me one day, he said, you gotta live some more. He said, we know you could rap, like you got bars and you could flow.
He told you that?
Yeah. He said we know all of that. Like you've been doing this.
So what did he mean by you got to live some more?
He said you just need to experience life. He said,
okay.
What separates a lot of these really, really good rappers from like a lot of really, really average or decent rappers is that they've been able to live and they've been able to experience life and take some L's, take some wins. Like you got to get knocked down on your ass and you got to be able to get back up. You got to be able to really just put yourself in a mind state of how can I take this, if it was a positive experience or a negative experience, how can I take this and transform it? You know what I'm saying? Like how can I put this into a relatable listening experience for somebody? You know what I'm saying? But he was like, yeah, bro, other than that, he said, you got it, man.
So you guys did a 10-track?
Yeah, did a 10-track album called Diligent to all J Dilla records.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah, never see the light of day.
Yeah, I do remember that.
If you was there, then you was there. But yeah, Diligent, we wanted to bring it to life. So we put together a concert. It was on J Dilla's birthday back in 2016. This is right off of the flood. We did the flood November 11th of 2015.
Right.
Kind of, ran that a little bit, promoted that, did some shows, did some events, some pop-ups. And I think right at the end of January, middle of January, we were at the dispensary and he was just playing beats and we just start rapping. Like Beats, notorious for let's smoke, put on some beats.
Freestyle for no reason.
Freestyle. So we just going. But we fell into a Dilla rabbit hole. And it's something about neo soul, yes, like that sound, but J Dilla especially. Excuse me. There's something about the J Dilla sound that will just bring out ideas and melodies and rhyme schemes and cadences and flows and it just started to kind of pour out. It was pouring out and Bees was like, yeah, we should write some of this down. So literally he and I crafting hooks. It was a couple spots in a verse or two that he would lend some assistance with. But yeah, bro, wrote the 10 tracks.
But how did that lead to TBA?
In a matter of 2 weeks, I'm about to tell you.
Oh.
In a matter of 2 weeks. And we recorded it in one day and then we went back the very next day and mixed and mastered the whole thing. It was really a life-changing experience because I didn't know that I could operate at such a high function.
Was that when you was recording
at Get Fresh at the house? This is before we moved into the building.
Okay.
This is when Mike was still in the house. Yeah, we went in there, recorded. I'm talking about 12 hours, and we just went in there and recorded everything. Came back the next day.
Y'all was going nightly.
Another 12 hours, and just mixed and mastered the whole project. So a week or so after that, his birthday, J Dilla's birthday, was February 7th or the 10th, one of those. Right, first week of February though, and we was like, let's throw a show, let's perform Diligent. I was like, yeah, but I want to do something special. I want to play it with a band. And he was like, damn, that'd be dope. So that was my mission, was to find a band. I already had Incredibeats, who was kind of we were working together on some things. We weren't as tapped in as we are now, but he was a keyboard player. My homie Afro Red Jabari, we grew up together, known each other since we was 3. He was on bass. One of the homies from high school, Black Sun, he was on drums. I think that was it. It was a 3-piece. It was something real light. We had it at a building on Michigan. Whatever happened to that building? I don't know. It was a building on Michigan, and we played the whole 10 tracks, front to back. And I think that I kind of had a feeling. I had a feeling that night that was probably going to be the last time that. Well, it wasn't the last time because I wasn't doing it that night, but I wouldn't be rapping over like tracks no more. Because when you have a band as a performer, yeah, it does something like it makes you feel like, oh yeah, like I'm hitting a groove. I'm hitting some different licks now. But the reaction that you get from, the reaction that you get from the audience, like the listeners, you will never get that by playing on tracks. I don't care how good you can sing or how well you can dance and do this, that, and the third. When you have a band behind you, it's a completely different beast. You go to a show and see Michael Jackson playing over tracks, it's still gonna be Michael Jackson.
Right.
Great. But then when you hear Michael Jackson's band playing with him, it's just like I would never want to get it any other way because you feel the music on such a different level. And I think that I got addicted to that feeling, right? Like I just kind of fell in love with playing with live instruments.
You're different. You interact with the band and the people
100%.
when you have a band behind you. I've seen the difference.
100%.
So when y'all out performing, like how do y'all get? Do they pay you guys to perform? Like they pay you and the band? How does that work?
It depends. I'll say that. There might be some shows that I might see some value in, like just for us being on this show. Maybe there's an artist that's headlining that might have a little bit of a bigger fan base than me.
Okay.
So,
And who have you opened for?
Designer, Lil Yachty, Currency. I did a show with Sada Baby, I Swear Vezo, 2 Chainz.
I remember all those.
Yeah, is that it? Maybe. Yeah, couple guys, couple cats. But yeah, like shows like that, like the 2 Chainz show. I wasn't quite natural. I wasn't gonna ask like, yeah, what's the ticket? Like, even though I felt as if we were at that level, or you know what I'm saying, like I could have been throwing my weight around, like we need to be paid. It was more so I was tapping into. It started because we entered this battle of the bands up in Ann Arbor, and came in, blew them out the water. Right, like I'm fresh off of work. Like I think I still got a video of it. I'm fresh off of work, leaving Quicken Loans, like suit and tie. I still got my lanyard on, like, you know what I'm saying, Quicken Loans, account executive, whatever. Like, and we went in and played some vibes, and we almost didn't even get there on time. It was just a lot going on. It was a whole lot going on, but I feel like I'm a big believer in divine order for moments like this because we heard like the last 3 groups before us, and they were good. I'm not saying that they were like just terrible, but you felt a shift. Like when we got up on the stage and we started playing, you felt a shift. And yeah, we went to the next round, to the finals or whatever. Went and did the finals, blew them out the water again. So we won the Spring Fest. This was back in like 2017. So we won the Spring Fest, and that's when we opened up Designer, Lil Yachty, 2 Chainz, up at the Hill Auditorium at U of M, wherever they play their basketball games at.
So
yeah, it was lit.
That band that you work with, they're always with you,
Yep.
and y'all just really do it for the love of music. So
Yep.
money is really not an issue.
Yeah, it's like a baseball player. Like, yeah, it's great that I'm making all these millions of dollars, but I love the game.
Right.
I'm out here doing this for me.
Right.
The fact that y'all are paying me is a bonus. Of course, as I grow and as I progress as an artist, I'm not looking for the opportunities to just play because I love it. So I probably don't take as many shows like back when you were saying, like I was doing shows like every weekend, like multiple times a week. Like that was cool.
But you was getting your name out there.
Yeah, 100%. Had to build a base. Had to get some buzz going.
So you getting paid now for the shows, or what does that look like?
Varies. How long is my set? Do you want the whole band? Because I'll leave it up to you. Like as a show promoter or as a booking agent, like Like, you don't have to get the whole band if that's not, you know, what was necessarily in your budget. But I think the nicest check that I've seen from music is like 45-minute set, $1,500.
Now we get into the bag. Now we get into the bag. You know, I'm looking for the money.
Yeah.
I'm trying to follow the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
$1,500 for a 45-minute set.
All right.
Now, you've not only done shows here, you or at least you used to frequent to South by Southwest, which is
Southwest. That's crazy that you said that, bro. We was talking about South by today.
Well, I want to go to the next one.
Yeah.
I missed out on
March.
Is it March next year?
Yeah, so we're gonna and don't nobody steal my idea.
Well, tell everyone what the South by Southwest is.
Yeah,
it's
all right.
huge.
So South by Southwest, if you're not familiar,
Wait, hold on. You they gonna steal it now.
No, I know, I know. But even if you steal it, like, I'm gonna do it better. So
Okay.
Here we are.
All right.
South by Southwest is a music, film, and interactive festival. So like singers, rappers, directors, movie producers, gamers, like cosplay, like literally like damn near anything in media for real, is going to find a home at South by Southwest. New music, new movies and films, new experiences just that are sprouting and popping up around the country. Probably have seen South by Southwest. So it's usually in like March every year down in Austin, Texas. We've gone four times, something like that. But we like drive down. We run like a big 15 passenger vans. Split it up with gear and people. Rent out like a stupid Airbnb. And the first year we just kind of like we're getting our feet wet, right? Figuring out what the scene is. That next year I had the idea, because what you do on South by Southwest, unless you are an established artist or you have a big enough buzz to where they find value to book you and pay you to come and play at South by Southwest, 9 times out of 10, if you're just trying to get your name out there, right, like build that buzz for yourself, you're going to be paying to play. And I know a lot of booking agents and A&Rs or whoever say don't ever pay to play. It's a terrible idea. And it is. I agree with them. However, you know, at certain levels in your career, you're going to have to do what you have to do in order to get on that stage and get that platform and, you know what I'm saying, gain those ears. So that first year we kind of went down and just paid all these different promoters to get on these stages. And was it worth it? Yeah. Would I do it differently with hindsight? Absolutely. So what I started to do, and this is the idea that y'all can try to steal if y'all need it, because share the wealth. We just started doing street shows. We would like rent a generator. I'll go down with like my mixer, microphones, speakers, and the band would set up on the street, like on the corner, and we just rock out. Just like rocking out.
Can we get a free show here?
A free show?
Yeah.
Yeah. We family. Y'all get one free show.
One free show?
I'm gonna do half a song.
Y'all heard
do half a song.
A song?
Nah, I got y'all. Whenever y'all ready, bro.
We need the whole band.
Yeah,
not a half a band.
I'll bring
the
out.
whole crew out.
Put it in the parking lot.
Do you play any instruments at all?
I'm a drummer.
Okay.
I'm not the drummer, but you know, I know my way around some percussion. I started, like I said, I went to an African Center school growing up, so I started with the djembe, DJEMBE. If you needed a spelling on that one for all the viewers at home, started with the djembe. Whenever you see like African dancers and stuff, and you see like the guys, that's like the djembe. So that was kind of where I started, and I got the love for rhythm and like a beat. You know what I'm saying? So when I got to high school, I went to Cass. I kind of started marching. I was in a marching band, symphony band, concert band, and I started to build my craft or hone those skills on different percussive instruments. So like your marimba, your xylophone. I kinda know my way around the keyboard a little bit. So,
A marimba and a xylophone.
yeah, I mean it's all the same thing. Technically, the piano is a percussion instrument. Technically, but yeah, just knowing like your note values,
And that helps you with your music.
100%. One of the artists that I'm a fan of, I'm pretty fond of. He said, "Yeah, when I'm rapping, like, cause he a drummer too. He said when I'm rapping, I just think to myself, what drum beat would I play on this?" And that's how I get my cadence. That's how I get my flow. Like, I know, like, I might know what I want to say in my verse, but I don't know how I'm gonna deliver it. And he said I'll just go back and like try to find a pattern and a rhythm over the beat. And then I'll just put words to it, and I'll say, "Damn, that's."
Give me one of your hardest bars.
One of my hardest bars. Dang, see, this is why I call.
You got 5 seconds. 5, 4.
He asked me what
what
he would need to bring.
for it. Dang.
Give me a hard bar.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, I got some stingers.
Let me hear one. I just want to hear one hard bar.
I really wish I could tell you my favorite one. It's in my head.
Wait, hold on. He thinking.
All right. It's a setup. It's a little setup. It's you known as a pawn, Lil John. Can't defend them all. You look like September 20 days in. You finna fall, cause we hungry. You just bail out. That's the dinner call. Finna brawl. 40 hit you and I bet your menopause. Perfect. 40 hit you and I bet your menopause.
Now, give me your hardest bar from any rapper of all time.
Any rapper of all time.
Your favorite, your hardest bar.
That's way too hard. That's a
That's a good question.
That's a doozy for sure. Because there's some bars out there.
Just give me one. I love it when they pause.
Because I was sitting here like, dang. Yeah, man, I don't know if I'm
I
good
gave you
on
a,
the
that mean I
spot.
gave you a
great-
really
yeah, it's a great
tough
It's
question.
a great question.
As a
I can't even think of no raps right now, bro. I'm sitting here like, dang, I'm like, all right, is it a Jay? Is it a Kanye bar? Is it a Lil Wayne bar? I can't even think of no raps.
is it a Kendrick Lamar bar?
Maybe, probably.
It's gotta be. Who's your favorite rapper?
Kendrick. Well, I don't like to just give it to one person, but Kendrick is in the mix, Kanye's in the mix, Andre 3000's in the mix.
You remember when To Pimp a Butterfly came out?
Yes, sir.
Did you go to Kendrick Lamar's concert, his last concert?
The last one, I did not go and see Mr. Morale.
Man,
I did not. I saw it
it's
on.
amazing.
They did the little Amazon Prime when he was in Paris, and they like kind of recorded it and put it up. But I know it wasn't the same as like actually being in the room.
I wasn't even a fan until the concert.
Really?
I mean, I liked him.
To Pimp a Butterfly didn't?
Yeah, bro.
I liked
2015.
him, but
Catch
like
you?
after
Hooked
the
me in.
concert, it was like,
Yeah.
man, this.
But
guy,
and that's how your live show is supposed to be.
this guy.
Like you're supposed to be able to put on a show that's like perfect. Yeah. Damn near. Like for real. Like I might not have ever heard of this guy, or I might not have been a fan of this guy.
But now,
Yeah, like just seeing the way that he was able to manipulate our emotions. Like, bro, Kendrick Lamar puts on an emotional show, and you just be like, damn, like.
have you ever seen that happen in reverse? Like, you like the artist and you can feel all their emotion and everything through their tracks when you're listening to them.
100%.
But when you see them on stage,
100%.
yeah,
That
man.
happened to me one time.
Yeah.
Miss LA concert. She actually got booed in Detroit.
Who
Oh
did?
my God, Miss LA.
You know what? That's hard as an artist from Detroit, because Detroit is like no nonsense.
Now you don't know who Miss LA is.
He's really young. Man.
God.
Here we go.
The Dr. Dre's.
Here we go.
Dr. Dre's ex-wife.
Okay. The name sounds familiar.
You'll know.
Okay.
So you're an artist. You're progressing. How did you change the name from Culture to My Name Kaylen?
Yeah. So it was an easy move for me. Well, I won't
Is
say
it because your name's
easy.
Kaylen?
My name Kaylen. So that was a no brainer. I like to say it was an easy move, but it really wasn't, bro. It took a long while for me to get to the point of I can't be Culture anymore. A lot of it was just marketability for me. When I think about new artists, old artists, established artists, whoever, if you want to know something about them or if you want to like get some information, what are you going to do? Like, you're going to go to Google, right? And
Type their name in.
yeah, that's easy. Everybody has access to Google and can go and type in something on Google. So, when I would type in Culture with a K, I wasn't the only thing that came up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a big deal, right? Because if you go and type in Cardi B, if you go and type in, speaking of Cardi B, you type in Culture, you're going to see her daughter before you're going to see me.
Really?
Named her daughter Culture, and I'm like, damn, I had the name first. What's that about? Yeah, bro, I paid $1,500, got a whole trademark, was dealing with this lawyer, won't say his name, dealing with this attorney, and I felt like I was just being dicked around. Like, I couldn't get a response from him. You are the attorney that's filed this trademark for me, so... You know, I need questions. I have questions. I need answers. I've never done
trademark for My Name Kaylen?
For Culture.
Oh, for Culture.
Yeah, for Culture. Okay. I did that because I was like, I think I need to send out a cease and desist. There was another Culture on Apple Music releasing songs and albums as Culture with a K. So when I went to go and like request access for the Culture Apple Music artist page, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you go on Apple Music and you see somebody with a sweet picture and they got like a bio and you can see albums by this person, like all of their stuff is in this one artist hub on their artist page. I was trying to get access to that and I couldn't get it because somebody had already had it. Long story short, I could not get control of that, and that's a big deal for me because I can't control how people see me now, like what my appearance is, my image is on these streaming platforms. I don't have full control over that. So that's already like a big thing for me. Like, I need to be able to control the content. So when that wasn't able to happen, I was running into all of this miscommunication or non-communication with the lawyer, like months. Like, I think it was like a year or two that had gone by, bless you. Year or two that had gone by before I was able to start getting regular responses from him. And I'm just like, there's no way. I'm not asking you to do this for free. I'm not asking
year?
Bro, I can show you the text messages right now. I look like a dude trying to take a baddie out. Like, I'm talking about like what's going on, bro? What's up? It was all blue. I'm not getting no response. It's all blue.
Dang.
I'm like, dog, like, I'm not asking you to, lawyer for free. I'm paying you, bro. Like, what's up?
Was he local?
Nah, he
Oh,
wasn't.
you
He was a
couldn't
black,
roll
but he
up
was
on him?
black though, and I asked for a recommendation from somebody that I trusted, and this didn't fall back on bro. You know what I'm saying? Because once you give me the recommendation, like, he's gonna build his reputation from here. So he was a black lawyer though, and I was like, I want to work with somebody that's my skin color and keep it, you know what I'm saying, inside my race, but. Yeah, man, I might have to hop over to the Schwartz and the Goldsteins and the Goldmans real quick.
Kaylen, tell me how that streaming platform work as far as getting paid. I always wanted to know that.
God awful.
How does that work?
It doesn't. unless you Drake, bro, you put in like Ed Sheeran numbers or something like that. If you're not getting billions and billions of streams, like, it doesn't make sense. You're getting a fraction of a penny every time somebody plays your song.
So it's definitely shows where they make the money at.
If I get 100,000 streams, I think you got to get like a million streams to get like $300 or something like that, and that's crazy to me, right? Like somebody came and played this. I had 1 million people come and play my song or 500,000 people came and played my song twice. They
Hey,
played
you
it
don't
back
give
to
me
back.
$300.
300. All this traffic I'm bringing to your platform, bro. Like
That's on basically all of the streaming.
almost like I think the one that pays out the most, which is still not even 1 cent per stream. It's still like almost a penny. It's like 0.0019 or something like that. So like you just almost at a penny per stream. Nah, for real. It's like Napster.
Napster still around?
Yeah.
So it ain't like you can like back in the day you start banging CDs out the
Yeah,
trunk.
man, absolutely not.
You can't even do that.
And that's why a lot of artists are like trying to get back to
banging CDs.
yeah, album sales, like physicals, because like even when you were giving your label a piece of that physical sale, you're still making out way better than streaming. And what happened is streaming messed up the game because people stopped buying albums because niggas can't make albums no more. It's more so like I got a few good songs and I'm gonna put some other throwaways on here and call it an album or a project. People don't want to buy with it. I want the good song, so I'm gonna just go and pay Apple $9.99 a month or Spotify $7.99 a month, and I'm gonna listen to the 2 or 3 good songs that you put on this album that I really, really like. And I can listen to all these other artists too for that same $7.99 a month. Sign me up.
So what all platforms are you on?
I'm everywhere. I got 2 singles out. Brown Liquor. Shout out to Brando. He produced that. Brown Liquor is out, and Nia Long. Jay Norm produced that one. Nia
Shout
Long
out to
is
Jay
out.
Norm.
Yeah, shout out to Jay
You
Norm.
on
for sure.
Tidal?
It's on Tidal, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, all that. I got some new music coming out this year. I don't know. I can't give you like exact dates, but this year I'm trying to put out like 2 projects before 2024.
So when did you move? When did you become more of a permanent part of the studio? Because I know you said first it was at the house,
2018. Well,
and how did that happen? Because you're there nightly, mixing, mastering, producing.
Yeah.
How did that go down?
so working at Get Fresh just on some artistry, like this is my music and I just need to record my music. I just started to kind of pick up what the studio does, right? Like, how do you record a track? How do you make a new track? How do you copy this part of the hook and bring it over? Like, just technical stuff that
You haven't had
that
any
Mike was
schooling.
doing.
You just jumped in.
No, this is 100% just being at the studio for 10 hours every Sunday and being hands-on, like in tune with what's going on. Like I'm not going to say a lot, but yeah, a lot of artists will just kind of come in and worry about the artist things. Like they're worrying about the writing, the just the creation part, and they're not worried about the technical. They're not worried about the how do you make the bread? You just worried about eating the biscuits. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
we gotta start at the ground level, and I think that's what I did. I learned what Mike was doing on the board. Like I'm paying attention to, okay, you adding this reverb right here and it's making this sound like that. So after a while, I kind of just after I would record myself in the booth, I would come out and I'm like, all right, let me try to do something. Da 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 da. He would just let me sit there, like, go for it. So then I from there just kind of started an internship, and one day he offered me a position to be an engineer. So that's kind of where I got my intro to the studio.
Before or after the move?
This was after. I was still kind of like learning, tapped in when we were at the house, but then when we moved over, I was still booking as a client, as one of Mike's clients. And then I got really into it, and I was just like, damn, because I know how much I was paying you to be here, and you get it, yeah, you're giving me like a love discount. Like, I really believe in your music. I like you as a human being. you pay me this, but I know that you're making this from everybody else, or you know what I'm saying?
How much do y'all charge an hour there?
It's different rates for different engineers. We can get you in for $70 an hour. That's what I charge. A couple of other engineers, $70 an hour. It might be an engineer for $80 an hour, but if you want to book a mic, I think he's at 100. I think he said he was about to go up to change his rate. So
An hour.
yeah, but I mean, he's got the catalog and the resume to kind of to do that. He's been in with Faith Evans. He's been in with Boosie. He's been in with Sada T. Grizzly, LMA. Like we just got the plaque to the studio. He recorded LMA's vocals for whatever song she did with Mahalia. They recorded that there, and
That was here.
on the
Did
east
you
side.
go in
LMA
there
was on the east side, booed up on the east side.
Did you go in there and turn the knob?
Hell no, I didn't, bro. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I don't know what I might have been out of town, bro. He just like got in a group chat. He was freaking out. Yo, LMA's manager just hit me up. Do y'all think this is real? Da 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 da. And then like she showed up at the studio and he started tracking vocals. And I think that he wasn't even prepared for what was happening. But yeah, he held it down. We got a plaque. It's on the wall.
That's what's up.
They talking about East Side. Hey, chill out, man.
So how are you managing? Because you are a father now.
Dad mode.
Yeah, man. And congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm proud of you.
How old is your baby?
One. She's 13 months. 13 months, yeah. Nova Rain. Shout out to you. What's up, baby?
I'm so happy y'all never posted that footage of that game I played at your baby shower. There's a.
What game? Oh,
That's not even important.
As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, I remember that game.
How do you balance the life between artist, fatherhood, and working at the studio?
I'm still figuring it out.
And are you still at the airport or no? Because you do a lot.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that after
Okay,
the show.
all right.
After the show.
So how you balance life as father, artist, and also in the studio?
Yeah, still figuring that out. Nova came to the studio with me the other day. She was screaming at the top of her lungs the whole time we was there, but
Put on the track.
Almost. I need her to get. She a little pitchy still, and she got to learn what staying in key means. But I think just taking it one day at a time, bro. Understanding patience is a big thing for me right now, or practicing patience. Just trying to hold space for growth for myself and my family, because none of us have ever done this, right? Like I've never been a dad, Makaya's never been a mom, we've never been parents together. Nova's never been here, so she learned how to be a baby, so it's I think that it's special. It's special because we all are learning this together, and I think we're doing a good job. We holding each other down and just really figuring it out. And I think that that's the name of the game. Even if you don't know how to do it or what to do, try and just get it done. Figure it out. Lean on your community, your village, your support system if you need to. Don't feel bad for it, and just roll with the punches.
So it's okay to ask for help.
Absolutely, you better.
You better.
Yeah, you better ask for help.
Well, Kevin, I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy
Man,
schedule.
come on, I was.
So come back here, talk to family,
up.
stuff like that. Please,
can you picture this podcast, man?
Please let everybody.
One other thing, man. That hat you got on is dope, man.
Shout out to the Roofies brand, man.
That is a dope hat.
Yeah,
man.
bro. It's not launched yet. We still I'm saying we
How many of those do you have?
It's a few of them.
I've seen you in a couple.
It's a few of them.
We got to get our hat game back up.
Yeah, bro. The homie had a vision. He was just like, I want to do a hat line, and he kind of just broke it down to his creative director. She's out of New York, Cass Tech alumni. Shout out, go green, go white. She took his vision and kind of brought it way to life. I don't think he was even expecting for the hats to turn out the way they did, bro. But like the prototypes that he got on hand right now, stupid,
outrageous.
She sent the video the other day. She sent the video of like the new like collection that she's working on, and he sent it to the group chat, and I said, dog, it's so beautiful to see this, because especially with fashion in the city now, like, you know what people want. You kind of know like what they looking for. So to see him like just kind of with this product on his hands, I'm just like, nigga, the game about to just by surprise, bro. We about to go. So
one more other question.
Yep.
Do you finally think Detroit is finally getting look at people
100%.
finally looking at Detroit?
We got a Gucci store downtown, bro. 100%. I was on Instagram. Somebody put up a video. They was watching Price is Right. And they was like, you know how they be like, you just won the trip to the Maldives and Turks and Caicos.
Somebody won a trip to Detroit. You're lying.
They said, tell them what they won, Rod. They said, a trip to Detroit.
What was you looking at?
Bro, I said, not the 7-day, 6-night getaway to the city, dog. I was done, bro.
Wow.
I was outdone.
Wow.
I was outdone. And I said we made it. At that point, I said, damn.
You hear the name a lot on TV now, more than you used to.
Bro.
Movies, shows. Shoot,
Sorry, I
Tubi.
swear, bro. That's
Tubi went crazy.
Tubi.
Detroit owned Tubi. If you ask me,
crazy.
If you ask me, Tubi is our streaming platform.
Swear.
You can upload, you know what I'm saying, if you want to, from other places, but 12% of
Detroit movies.
Yeah, 12% of the content that's on there, bro.
I know actors and actresses now.
Yeah, for sure.
In my everyday life.
Off the Detroit Tubi.
What's coming up next for My Name Kaylen?
My Name Kaylen is on go mode, bro. Motion right now. Visuals coming sometime soon. Project coming soon. Music. A lot of music coming soon. Yeah, man. I'm processing still. Like I'm still shocked that I'm a dad. So
you are a dad.
How many podcasts have you done, man?
This is my second. This is my second time.
I'm gonna let you know you got a natural knack for this. Man.
Yeah,
it's
I appreciate it, bro.
like you just
thank you.
You know, you just real chill and poised. Man.
I like this. Like so. Just being around like the whole performance scene, and even working at the airport, like as a boarding agent, like making announcements. White lady flying to Seattle, she like, I just love your voice. You need to be on the radio. I said, all right. I was like, all right, we working on it. But yeah, man, I like talking. I like talking, especially when the conversation is good. I'm still thinking about that question too. I'm like, who got one of my favorite bars?
How do they find you on social media?
I'm stuck. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, at My Name Kaylen. It'll pop up.
I'll tell you what, we won't close the podcast until
I get that bar.
Okay, I'm gonna sit here for a minute and play with my phone. Give you a chance. Here it comes. He about to do it.